All right. So good morning, everyone. Welcome. So we're going to go ahead and get started on our gentle yoga. I was thinking this morning, let's start on our backs, actually. We'll start in a relaxation posture and we'll end in a relaxation posture. So you can just put your blanket to the side, or if you want extra padding, you can put it onto your mat like you do at the end of the class. And let's go ahead and come on down onto our back. So when you come onto your back, you want to pull your knees in to your chest. And just come on down and relax for a moment. You can clasp your hands across your legs or just hold on to each of your knees. Take a nice deep breath here and just slowly start to relax your back all the way down the spine. So relaxing through the neck, the shoulders, your middle back, lower back, all the way down through the tailbone area. And take a nice deep breath. Good. And then let's place the feet on the mat. Open your feet a little bit wide and then let your knees lean on each other like a little tent. You're going to take your arms and you can just cross them over your chest. So your hands are just kind of resting on the mat. Your arms are crossed over your chest. You're going to get a little bit of a stretch to your upper back by doing that. And just close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. And scanning through the body from the top of the head, through the forehead, relax. Relax your eyes, through the nose, your cheeks, relax your jaw. And take a nice deep breath and relax down through the neck, throat, shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. Good, let's switch those arms around. So you're going to untwist and put the opposite arm on top and just relax for a moment. Relax your upper back, chest and lungs, your abdomen, your lower back. Take a nice deep breath. Relax from your hips all the way down the legs, your feet and your toes. Good. And now take your hands and place one hand on your lower abdomen. So your elbows are resting on the mat or the floor. And then place one hand on your chest or your heart center. Okay. We're going to focus on your breathing. So you're going to inhale deeply. Feel your chest expand and your lower abdomen rise as you inhale, and then exhale slowly. And feel your abdomen pull in slightly at the end of your exhale. So you can actually feel your body breathe, doing that deep diaphragmatic breathing. Count to yourself the length of your inhale and count the length of your exhale. We're going to do that for a few breaths. Good. All right, so from here, go ahead and place your feet about hip distance. And let's start by drawing the right knee into the chest. So you can clasp your hands across that right knee, rotate your right ankle, make a big circle with your foot. Still relaxed, still focusing on the breath. And change direction with your foot, with your ankle, twist. Good, and then clasp your hands behind your leg, extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling, push out through the heel and stretch. You're drawing the toes towards you. So you're trying to straighten the leg if you can. Good. And then point your toes and stretch the top of your foot and flex your foot. Stretch the back of your leg all the way through the heel and point your toes again. Good. And then go ahead and bend your knee. And now you're going to take the outside of your right ankle, lay it across the top of your left knee. And you'll take your right hand and very gently just bounce your right knee away from you. So just kind of loosening up your hips a little bit. Good. And then from here, let's bring both legs into the chest, and you can clasp your hands behind that left leg, or if you're comfortable, you can even clasp it across that left shin. You're going to draw your legs in. We are just warming up, so your hips and lower back are going to feel tight. You can do a really gentle rock if you like from side to side and just start to relax through that right hip, through the buttock area. Maybe through your lower back. You might even feel it in your knee and ankle. Good. And let's relax and undo the leg. And let's do the other side. So now you're going to pull that left knee all the way into the chest. Make a big circle with your left foot. Rotate your ankle. And change direction. Good. Clasp your hands behind that left leg. Extend your leg straight towards the ceiling. Try to straighten your leg. Push out through the heel and hold. And then point your toes. And flex your foot, so you're pushing out through the heel. Point your toes. And flex your foot. One more time, point your toes. Good, and then relax. Go ahead and bend the knee. Take the outside of that left ankle and place it across your right knee. And then go ahead and bounce your knee away from you. So you're using your left hand on that left leg and kind of bouncing the hip or bouncing the leg a little bit. All right, and from here, we're going to draw the legs in, reach through the legs with your left hand, and you can clasp behind the right thigh or across the right shin and just hold, and just gently a little bit of rocking from left to right. Notice how that feels. And again, we're just warming up, so you might feel a little tight in this area. That's okay. Just go slowly into the posture. Good, and relax. Go ahead and undo the legs. Let's place the feet down on the mat. You're going to open your feet wide. So we'll put one foot on either edge of your mat. So your feet are wide, and drop that right knee down towards your left foot and just hold for a moment. Feel that stretch right across the upper thigh, through the knee. You might even feel it in your abdomen, your stomach area. And let's switch. Drop the left knee down towards your right foot and just hold. And then back and forth. Drop one knee down and then the other knee. And let your knees come back up to center. And now I want you to place the soles of the feet together. And let the knees just fall out to the sides and relax. Your lower back will want to arch a little bit, so let it do that. And just relax your hips for a moment. You're in the butterfly pose, resting on your back. Good, and then use your hands to help kind of draw those legs back up, push the knees in, then bring your legs into your chest. And this will relax that lower back. So it's slightly arched when we did the butterfly pose, and now you're going to round the back. So just hug those knees in, rock a little bit from side to side. Good, let's place the feet on the mat, hip distance apart, arms by your side, and you're going to lift your hips. Press the feet into the mat, raise your hips up nice and high, and hold, keeping the big toes pressed into the mat. And inhale, as you exhale, just roll down slowly, one vertebra at a time. And draw your knees into your chest and relax your back. Let's do that again. Feet on the mat, hip distance. Go ahead and raise your hips up. And hold. Try to keep your big toe pressed into the mat, your big toes, so your knees point straight ahead, and hold. And then roll down slowly. And draw your knees back up into your chest and relax. Good. So we're going to keep those knees tucked in and try to keep them together. I'm going to have you open your arms out to the side. Okay. Let's start by bringing the legs to the left. So all the way down to the mat. Knees rest on the floor. Let your feet rest on the floor. Now your right shoulder might come up a little bit. So I want you to turn your head to the right and try to bring that shoulder down to the floor so your arm is relaxed. Your palm is facing upward. You can take your left hand and put it on your knees if you want to add to the stretch, and just hold for a moment. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale and exhale deeply. Inhale, bring your knees up to center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bring the knees over to the right. Turn your head, look out towards your left hand, try to draw that shoulder down, and you put your right hand on your knee and gently draw down and hold. Breathe. Good, and then let your knees come right back up to center. All right, drawing those legs in. Okay, we're going to come up to a seated posture. Two ways of coming up. You can roll to your side and use your hands to help yourself sit up, or you can hold onto the back of your legs. I usually just clasp my hands together, swing your feet, and rock yourself right on up to a seated posture. So go ahead and come on up. All right, so let's do a little bit with our neck and shoulders after doing the back and floor exercise. I'm going to go ahead and use my blanket to sit on because that feels better on my back. So you can do that as well. Good. All right. So sitting up nice and tall, you want your shoulders relaxed. Let's go ahead and do the neck. You want to bring your chin forward, slowly hang your head down, and bring your chest up towards your chin and just hold for a moment. Roll your head to one side. You can go to either side. Let your ear just hang toward the shoulder. And you want to be gently drawing that opposite shoulder down. And then around to the back. Let your head go back. And over to the other side. Good. Good. Let your head come back down to the front. Let's do a few circles. Inhale as you roll your head to the back. Exhale back to the front. Let's do 3 circles to each side. All right, when you're done with your neck rolls, hang your head down, clasp your hands together, gently lay them on the back of your head and just add a little bit of the stretch. And bring your head back up to center, one hand on the head, the other hand can just rest on your leg and gently draw down. And then back to center, let's do the other side. Same thing on this side. Good, and then let your head come right back to center. Okay, let's look side to side, back and forth. And try to just turn the neck, not the shoulder. Back and forth. Good, and let your head come back to center. Okay, let's do shoulder stretches. So arms by the side, inhale, reach out and up. Nice deep stretch. Go ahead and clasp your hands together, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lean to one side. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale to center. And exhale. Good. Come right back to center. Draw back slightly and stretch. Let your fingertips touch. Inhale, exhale. Let your arms come out and down. And then clasp your hands behind your back. Go ahead and roll your shoulders back and stretch. Good. And relax. Go ahead and reach forward. Fingertips touch your shoulders and we'll make some nice big circles. In, back, around. Good. And change direction. Good. And relax. All right. Good. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Rock your feet in and out a few times. All right. I'm actually going to bring us up to a standing pose and we'll work on a little bit of movement today. So I'm going to have you come on up. So you can, there's a couple of things. You can come up with your knees and help yourself stand up using your hands, or you can cross your feet, put your hands on the mat and push yourself up to standing. Let me adjust the camera for you so you can see me. All right, so from our standing posture, let's have the feet about hip distance, hands on your hips. We're going to twist a little bit. So lean forward, roll to the back as you inhale, and then exhale back to the front. Okay, let's change direction now. So again, inhale as you roll to the back, exhale back to the front. So you're just following your breath. This helps you to practice that mindfulness, right? Paying attention. Good, come right back to center. Inhale, exhale as you fold. So you're gonna fold right into your front bend, let your head hang, let your arms hang, sway from side to side. Nice deep breath. Good, let's bend the knees, reach to the floor in front of you, come down into your squat. It's a good sort of opposite stretch from that front bend. We're gonna go back into the front bend. And back down to the squat. And back into the front bend. Let your chest come up, hands to the hips. Inhale as you come up to standing. Support your back. So you just put the heel of the hands under your rib cage. Lift through the chest, gently lean back. And right back to center. All right, good. Okay, so I'm going to have you come toward the front edge of your mat. I'm actually going to step up here so you can see me. I'm going to fix my camera a little bit more. Small space, a small yoga space. All right, so I think you'll be able to see me. All right, I'm going to have you come more towards the front of your mat. You're going to bring your hands to your heart. I want you to inhale, reach up and stretch. And then as you exhale, just fold right down into your front bend. So go ahead and let your head hang. Let your arms hang, sway a little bit from side to side. Good. Now I want you to bend your knees so you can get your fingers to the mat. So you're lining your fingers up with your toes. Go ahead and step your right foot back. So I'm actually going to take you into a lunge posture. We haven't done this one in quite a while in our yoga class. So I'm going to bring you into the lunge posture. I want you to bring your hips up. As you inhale and exhale, let your right knee come down so you can rest for a moment. Inhale as you bring your hips up and exhale, and you've got your hands on your mat for balance. And one more. Good. And just let your knee rest on the mat. Relax your back foot. So you're going to lean a little bit into this stretch. I want you to hold. And 2. Try to relax. 3. And 4. Good. Now from here, we're going to do a down dog, and we've done those before. So you're on the ball of the back foot. You need to lift your hip, and you're going to slide your left foot back. Good. Now you're in the downward dog. Feet are just a few inches apart. Soften your knees, lift through the hips, press that floor away from you, and you can do the runner stretch where you bend one knee. Alternate your legs back and forth. All right, from here, you're going to bring your shoulders forward. I want you to put your knees down to your mat, and I'm going to have you draw your hips right back to your heels. So you're going to rest in your half tortoise for a moment. Okay, come on up onto your hands and knees, and I want you to take your right leg and bring your foot up. And if you need to help it, you just grab your thigh. I want you to bring your foot up between your hands. Okay, so before we took the right foot back, now we're bringing the right foot up. Hands are on the mat. I want you to go into the ball of your back foot, lift your hips, and you're going to inhale as you bring your hips up. Exhale, let your left knee come down. And 2. And 3. Good. Let that left knee touch the mat. Relax your back foot. Lean into the stretch and just hold. Take a nice deep breath. 2. And 3. Good. And then from here, hands are firmly on the mat. Ball the back foot. Lift your hips. I want you to slide that right foot back, and you are back into your downward dog. And just hold for a moment. A deep breath. Okay, let your shoulders come forward. Let your knees touch down to the mat. Sit towards that left heel, twist over to the right and stretch. So you're reaching over, move over here, reaching over to the right and stretch. And 2. And 3. And 4. Good. Over to the other side. Come back up onto the hands and knees. Sit over towards that right heel. Twist over to the left and stretch. And 2, 3, and 4. Good. Right back up onto the hands and knees so we can stretch the hips now. Slide your right knee all the way up. Turn your heel in. So it's kind of towards that left hip bone. Stretch your left leg back. Inhale as you look forward and exhale as you come on down. And you're going to rest on your elbows or forearms. You can put your forehead down onto your forearms if you like. And I just want you to hold for a moment. So go ahead and hold that posture. I'm just going to adjust the camera again. So just breathe. There you go. And relax. Okay, bring your chest up, hands onto the mat. We're going to step it back again into the downward dog. And bring your shoulders forward, let your knees touch down. Let's slide the left knee up between the fingertips. Turn that heel in, stretch your right leg back. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale as you come on down and put your forehead down onto your forearms and just relax. And breathe. And one more breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. And go ahead and bring your chest up, hands on the mat. One more time. Let's step it back into the down dog. So you're building some good strength in those arms, pressing the floor away from you. Lengthen through that spine. Also getting more blood to the brain, so that's good for our memory. All right, let's bring the shoulders forward. Let your knees come down into the mat. Sit back to the heels again into your half tortoise or towards the heels. It's okay if the hips don't touch the heels. You just want to be able to round out your back and relax for a moment. You can open and close your fingers and fists after being on the wrists and hands like that. Let's stretch that out. Good. So I'm going to have you come up onto your hands and knees and lower yourself down onto your stomach. Okay, so we're going to do some floor exercises. Let's begin with one arm on top of the other. Put your forehead down onto your forearms. This is our crocodile pose. Just let you can rock your heels in and out and just let your heels fall out to the sides. And take a nice deep breath here. This can be a nice relaxation. You could rest in this posture for several breaths to help you slow down your breathing, and you can feel your abdomen push into the floor, your chest expand as you take a nice deep breath in. And then a slow, even exhale. Good. All right, put your arms by your sides with the palms facing upward. I want you to turn your head so you're resting on one ear on either side of your head. This is going to stretch your neck. I want your knees apart, and you're going to kick your heels to your seat, up and down. I like to flex my feet when I do that, so whatever feels comfortable. Up and down, kicking your heels towards your seat. Good. All right, and go ahead and let your legs come down. Now, I'm going to have you draw your feet together. Arms are still by your sides, palms facing upward, and now you're resting on your chin. So tighten your buttocks and inhale and peel up. And exhale as you come down. Inhale and peel up. And it's okay if the feet come off the floor, that might feel more comfortable for you, and down. So you're going to lift up and down. And by tightening the buttocks, helps to protect that lower back. So we're building a little strength in your back here. Lift and down. A couple more. And again. Good. Now I want you to turn on the opposite ear. So turn your head the other direction. Rock your heels in and out a couple of times. And just relax for a moment. Take a deep breath here. Good. Come back onto your chin. Now your knees are apart. Okay. You're resting on your chin. I want you to put your hands next to your chest. Okay, so they're right next to your chest. And you're going to inhale and peel up into a cobra. Keep your shoulders drawn back. So they're not hunching by the ears. Keep them back and lift. And then slowly lower yourself back down. Inhale and peel up. And we're going to hold. And you're keeping a bend in your elbows. You're not straightening the arms at this point, because otherwise you'd be doing this. And we don't want you to hunch by the ears. And down. And again, inhale and peel up. And exhale and come back down. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. All right. Knees are apart. Hands are next to your chest. And you are going to press up and back. So use your strength. I usually curl my toes under. I don't know why, but that helps me. I'm going to lift up. And I go all the way back. Hips to your heels. Round out your back. So doing those cobras, you always want to do complementary or opposite stretches in yoga. So if we're going to arch the back in the cobra, then we want to round the back just like this in your half tortoise. You can rock a little bit from side to side and relax your back. Good. And then bring yourself up into a kneeling posture. Okay. I'm going to have you come right over into a seated pose, and then you can stretch your legs out in front of you. And just rock your feet in and out a little bit. Good. So let's take one heel, tuck it in. So I'm doing my right heel. It doesn't matter. Just pick one side. I don't know if you prefer to mirror me, right? Or do the same side as me. So just tuck one heel in, the other leg out to the side. You're going to feel this along the inner thigh stretch. Okay. So you're going to, the straight leg, that hand, I want you to reach it over to your opposite leg, which is the bent leg. So you take your hand and reach it over to the bent leg. Inhale and reach up, and exhale as you stretch, and you're just reaching out towards the wall. Okay. If you're able to come down and touch the toes, you can always, flex your foot and do that, but you don't have to. You're getting a good stretch, just reaching for the wall. And I want you to feel that stretch all on that opposite side, and hold. Nice deep breath. Going just a little deeper with each exhale. Inhale as you reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Good. We're going to switch. So turn the heel in, the opposite heel in, stretch your leg out. Reach over to the bent leg. So with the opposite hand, you reach to the bent leg. Inhale, reach up, and exhale as you reach out. Again, you're reaching for the wall. You might reach the toes. Some of you flex the foot if you do. And just breathe. 2 and 3. I want you to notice where you're feeling the stretch. 4. Just really tune into your body. And 5. Good. Inhale, reach. And exhale, let your arm come down. All right, so we're gonna switch again. So take your heel in, got the other leg stretched out. Okay, so now you're gonna turn your chest to face your straight leg, one hand on either side of your leg. Okay, take your inside hand, reach it to the outside of your calf. Some of you might reach the foot. You can decide which stretch you want, and then use your opposite hand, the outside hand, to help you twist a little bit. See, you can see right now my chest is facing towards the leg. I'm going to twist even more, and I'm going to fold. So it really is like I'm bringing my heart down towards the thigh. Okay, and you should feel this in your leg, but also in your lower back. I want you to hold and breathe. 2, 3, and 4. One more. 5. And inhale, bring yourself up, and exhale as you let yourself untwist. All right, we're going to do the other side. So go ahead and tuck your heel in. You're going to turn so your chest is facing your straight leg, one hand on either side of your leg. Take your inside hand, reach it to the outside of your leg or foot. Use your outside hand to help you twist a little bit, and then fold. And breathe. 2, and 3, 3, and one more. 5. And inhale and slowly bring yourself up and exhale. That's a good one. That gets right into that lower back. All right, let's open both legs out. If you find yourself falling back in this posture, use your folded towel or blanket underneath your hips to lift you up a little bit, and that will make it easier to fold into the stretch. We're going to lean forward. You're going to feel this all along that inner thigh. And I find that moving from side to side, nice slow stretch, makes it a little bit easier to do this posture. Back and forth. Coming down a little further each time. All right, come back to center. Go ahead and bring yourself up using your hands, and you're going to help those legs in. So bring the soles of your feet together. Balance your knees. And fold into that front bend. All right, go ahead and bring yourself up. Take your hands, help those knees in, and stretch your legs out in front of you, and just rock your feet in and out. All right, I'm going to have you come down onto your back, and we're going to do a relaxation. I think we have enough time. I can walk you through the 51-point relaxation, the blue ball of light. So let's go ahead and rest onto our backs. If you want extra padding, feel free to use your blanket under your back. And go ahead and get comfortable. When you go onto your back, though, I do want you to draw your knees in for a moment and just relax your back, rock a little bit from side to side so you can get comfortable onto your mat. And then stretch yourself out, stretch your legs out, rock your feet in and out, and just let the feet fall out to the sides. Let your arms rest by your sides. Good. Close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. In and out through your nose. And just allow the floor to support your body. So this relaxation technique will not only relax your body, but it's going to energize your body. So you feel refreshed and ready for your day. So bring your awareness to the point between your eyebrows. And I want you to imagine at this point a blue ball of light. And this blue ball of light represents our life force, pranic energy, chi energy. Those are different names for that life force energy. And just imagine that that blue ball of light that's at the point between your eyebrows is very healing and soothing, energizing, and it moves down to the base of your throat. And we're going to connect the dots through the energy channels or meridians in the body. So see that blue ball of light move to the inside of your right shoulder. And now it moves down your right arm to the right elbow. The blue ball of light now moves to the right wrist. And the tip of your right thumb, the first finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the small finger. The blue ball of light is at your right wrist. It moves up to your right elbow and at your right shoulder. And that blue ball of light is back to the base of your throat. And this beautiful blue ball, it can be spinning or moving, whatever you imagine is perfect. That blue ball of healing light is at your left shoulder. And it moves down the arm to your left elbow, all the way down to your left wrist. Now see that blue ball at the tip of your left thumb, first finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. The blue ball of light is at your left wrist. And it moves up the arm to your left elbow, all the way up to your left shoulder. See that blue ball of light at the base of your throat. Down to your heart center, the area just below your sternum. See that blue ball of light. That healing light moves down to your abdomen and all the internal organs and down to your pelvis. See that blue ball of light at your right hip. And it moves down the leg to your right knee, the right ankle. Notice that blue ball of light at the tip of your big right toe, the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, small toe. The blue ball is at your right ankle, all the way up through the right knee and your right hip. The blue ball of light is at your pelvis, and it moves over to your left hip and down the leg to your left knee, all the way down to your left ankle. Imagine that blue ball of light at the tip of your left big toe, the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, small toe. The blue ball of light is at your left ankle. It moves up to your left knee, your left hip. See that blue ball of light at your pelvis, at your navel center, at your heart center. See that blue ball of light over at your right lung and chest area, back to your heart center, over to your left lung, heart, your chest, and back to your heart center. That blue ball of light is at the base of your throat and the point between your eyebrows. And now it's at the crown of your head. And your whole body is filled with life force energy, pranic energy, chi energy. And just relax in this for a moment. Now slowly take a deep breath. Start to bring your awareness back just by moving your fingers, moving your toes. And then when you feel ready, you can pull your knees into your chest and relax your lower back. And when you feel ready, you can bring yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. Good. We'll bring the hands to the heart for a moment. We're going to close up the Hatha Yoga part of the class. You can even set your intention for the day, that your day is going to be easy. Good. And the eyes are open. And namaste. All right, everyone. So those of you that need to go about your day, you just have a great day. Keep it easy. Just keep reminding yourself that it's easy and take some nice deep breaths. And if you want to stay and do 15 minutes of breathing and get started on a meditation, you can stay for that as well. Okay. All right. So if you're staying for the meditation, you'll want to use a folded blanket or towel underneath your hips. You can sit in a chair, that's fine. I would still recommend putting something under your hips so you're sitting up. The most important thing is that you're sitting up with a nice straight spine, because this will relax your shoulders and it'll allow you to take a deep breath. If you get uncomfortable sitting cross-legged, do not sit there in pain and agony. If your foot falls asleep, you just stretch your leg out. You can still meditate, you just put your leg out. So essentially, meditation is the practice. It takes practice, and you are training your body and your mind and the breath to slow down. So the breath starts to slow. And when the breath gets deeper and slower, the mind gets quieter. You become more and more relaxed, and you're allowing yourself to experience stillness. That's really what it is. You're just kind of unplugging for a moment. Now, when you do this, you're going to notice a lot of thoughts going on in the mind, especially at the beginning. And that's okay. That's perfectly normal. But what you're training yourself to do is to keep coming back over and over again to something that will sort of anchor you into your meditation. So it could be counting the breath. It could be using a sound. It could be listening, like listening to a sound outside of you. It could be using what we call a mantra, which is a sound that's internal. Okay. So I like to do the counting. That's a great way for me to get into my meditative state. So what we're going to do today is we'll use the counting, and we're going to do what's called Matrika Pranayama. It's just the even inhale and exhale, but you're going to count it on your hand. If you do the 16 counts on your hand, I'm going to show you how to do that. That will take you 5 minutes. So if you do this at the beginning of your meditation, it'll take you deeper into your meditation. You do this for 5 minutes. You could continue. You could do as many rounds as you want, but you'll probably get to a quiet space where you can sit for a while. And if you can do 15 minutes of meditation in the morning and 15 minutes before bed, and do that for 3 weeks, because they say it takes 3 weeks to start a habit, you will see amazing changes in your life. You will notice a difference, and you will kind of crave wanting to sit to meditate. So it's a fun challenge. Okay, to count, the tip of your first finger and your thumb, when you touch them together, is 1. And then you take your thumb and you touch that sort of first knuckle on the inside. That's 2 on your first finger. The next knuckle would be 3. And then where your finger and your hand come together, that would be 4. And then you go to the next finger. So the tip would be 5, and then 6, 7, 8. The next finger would be 9, 10, 11, 12. And the last one is 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's how you can count using your hand. Each count will be an inhale and an exhale. It'll be a full breath. I also like to count the length of my breath, so lots of counting, but that helps me. So you can just sit comfortably with the hands in your lap or on your knee, whatever you prefer. Put your thumb and first finger together. Go ahead and close your eyes. Let yourself get comfortable and settled. And when you're ready, you're going to take a nice deep breath in and out. You can count the length of your inhale and exhale just to even out your breath, and that would be a 1. And then you go to the next knuckle and do the inhale and exhale again. Okay, so I'm going to let you do that. Have a wonderful day, you guys.